I need to say it, this show is absolutely peak rom-com material. This is some of the most fun I've had in a while, and this comes from someone who hyped up Tomo-chan as a girl, but I gotta admit, this one is clicking with me even more. This is the OTP that we knew eventually would get places, and while they don't officially get in a relationship, even if they kind of fake BS'd our way into one. You know, the fact remains, the flusteredness, the fact that our girl says, what if it wasn't a joke, and you know, how would you actually feel? He pretty much confirms that he'd be on cloud 9, just sadly he doesn't think high enough of himself that the prize that is our girl Akane he would deserve. This show is laying breadcrumbs for drama in the past. They've been highlighting some key moments from his past over the past couple of episodes, but it doesn't stop the fact that my love story with Yamada-kun is peak, and that ship is sailing, and we're getting places, and oh my god, Cupid's arrow pierced my heart multiple times. Now, if you do want to see my live reactions to either episode 7 or 8, they are available on my Patreon if you do want to see my full uncut thoughts. We didn't talk about it on the channel last week, as last week, I mean, for the past week and a half or so, I was pretty under the weather. May not have seemed like it in videos, but to be honest, my body was feeling like garbage. I had the flu or a cold or something, so I decided to take a break. And honestly, I'm kind of glad, because combining last week and this week into one thought, I mean, I was pretty much saying it after last episode that I was like, oh yeah, they're definitely in love. To me, that confirms it. The fact that, you know, after getting brushed in the eye with the hair, of course that stings like a biatch. It does. Anyone who's ever had it happen, it does feel like a paper cut to the eye. But the fact that he's feeling things, the emotions are there, the fact that they're trying to ship them together, it's so cute and adorable. And then you get the grand punchline with the school festival in this episode, which aired today, episode 8. And I love the fact that the little moments, it's even before Eita becomes best wingman and kind of unofficially announces them boyfriend and girlfriend, these little moments really say, anyone at a distance can say, oh yeah, they got feelings for each other. Look at our boy Yamada. He's kind of distant, he's kind of cold. He's not a dick by any means, but he's not really the kind of sociable guy who goes out of his way to run out of the classroom and make sure his friend Akane is doing okay. The fact that he did that, and just to see it at a distance, like the fact that he noticed her and the only reason he didn't call out is because the boxes fell and he had to help his class. These little moments and seeing them light up, like we literally, like at first when we see him smiling with his classmates in episode 8, you're thinking, okay, you know, it's a little different. She's like, oh, I don't really see that type of smile. But then we see an even bigger smile directed only at her, and it just warms your heart. It's sad on one hand that he doesn't think he's worthy enough for someone like Akane, and of course that's something that she'll have to say, doofus, I want you and you want me, let's get over this. But they're both a little clueless and embarrassed, and for someone like Yamada, he's socially awkward in the way that he doesn't understand human emotions. He doesn't really understand why she's storming off mad, but all he knows is he doesn't want to see someone he cares for be upset. And while he can't really comprehend what caused her to be upset in the first place, or what exactly embarrassed her, the fact that she says she's fine makes him happy. These little moments, and I love seeing characters, when written like this, who don't understand social cues and these little moments, start to really warm up and open themselves up to characters that they normally wouldn't. And to be honest, between 7 and 8, to me, this is as much confirmation as I needed. I didn't need any more than the, okay, what would happen if we just make you guys official? They're gonna gossip anyway, let's just make you official. That was enough for me, being like, just the fact that he agreed to it dead face, and the fact that she was so flustered she stormed off doing the adorable I hate you. I mean, to me, like, that was enough. And when she brings it up, what if it wasn't a joke? She blue balls us though. It was spicy, it was annoying, but it was so heartwarming to see her like immediately get so flustered. And the fact that he answered still, even after she stormed off, I would be honored. I'm like, my boy. Are we actually gonna get them in an official relationship before the show wraps up? If you do that, I mean, seriously, please. I mean, I want more seasons of this show, but goddamn, am I just hoping more rom-coms like Tomo-chan is a girl get characters in a relationship and leave it off like that? Because there's so much room with these two in a relationship, but I love the fact that they're not beating around the bush on the will they won't they as hard as a lot of shows. While we're not maybe in an official relationship when this was prime opportunity in this episode, if you ask me, I love the fact that they're constantly showing us whether it's him getting flustered or upset or not knowing how to respond to these moments, or her lighting up and her smile. I mean, it could like the whole room just how she was glowing. I love these moments are showing for the viewer. It's not a matter of will they get in a relationship, it's a matter of when they will get in a relationship. And last week's episode was very fun. I think it was great seeing them come over and basically, trying to repair the laptop, and then you have the whole, like, the ex-boyfriend comes over. At first, I didn't even recognize him, but that goofball is basically trying to return the dishes, almost like trying to get back into her life, being like, I used to forget how good she was, and, Yamada just ain't having any of that, and he tries to carry on the lie like he just randomly found the dishes, to her just laughing like, thanks for dealing with the deadbeat. I mean, I still don't like the ex-boyfriend or Kardashian GF, but at the end of the day, I love how they use these realistic moments like, okay, the ex is a little like, is he envious, or is he trying to get back into it, or is he maybe realizing the mistake of tossing away a really good girlfriend for some Botox bimbo? But at the end of the day, the show is clearly about them and their connections, and whether it's Runa being an adorable little sister or Kamata, I love how soft he is. Seeing his game avatar last week was just comedy gold. I'm loving this, and I'm kind of mad that so many people are sleeping on it. Like, I honestly feel like a show like this deserves just as much viewership and praise as My Dress Up Darling, and as someone who raved about that show, that's a pretty big compliment. That's how strongly I feel. I've been saying it every video this week. Like, every show that I'm watching has been delivering peak episode after peak episode. I mean, a few series this week were just like good, but for the most part, all the big shows or shows that I've been loving for seasons are delivering their best episodes or most important episodes this week. And I would honestly argue this is the best week of anime I've experienced in a long, long time. And I mean, I know I'm not alone feeling that. I've been having people all day say like, damn, there's something, crazy going on this week, because I agree. These episodes are hitting different. This was an absolutely adorable episode. Between the two, I would definitely give the edge to episode 8, but episode 7 really started to set the stage more that there are these feelings brewing, and I love seeing those little moments, so then when the bigger moments in this episode occur, you just look at what they've been experiencing and you're like, damn, they need to be a couple. I'm excited to see about the classmate who he sits next to, who definitely feels like it's going to be like a bit of a love triangle situation, especially given that she clearly is observing Yamada being a lot different to her than she would be towards herself, right? And I love the fact that this show uses what is normally cliche drama, whether it's Runa being a toxic little sister, turns out just a misguided girl who needed some proper guidance and scolding, to then, different things that could be love triangles or drama in other ways, like, the gossiping bees just basically getting upset that, they're chirping away like little birds saying like, why are you dating? Are you into older women? The best character in the show is hands down that PE teacher who starts slapping him on the back saying, bro, I thought you just were oblivious to all this, but you're just into the older women. I'm proud of you, and storms off. I don't even need to see this guy again. That was the best character I've seen in this show. I'm loving it. I think it's peak rom-com. It's definitely my personal favorite pick of this season, and potentially could even be my pick of the year depending on how strong the romance anime are this year, but I'm loving this one. Thoughts and feelings, whether on episode 7 or 8, let me know what you're thinking, and what do you think's gonna happen with this will they won't they? Let me know down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new around here. Ring that bell, of course, you can get notified when I upload on the channel, and like I mentioned, full live reactions to both of these episodes are available on my Patreon. And while you're there, you can also get a video shout out. So today we have Abel, Flippy Napkins, Furper, and Frozen Zero. So I appreciate the support, everyone, and please take care and have a good one.